Hi, everybody. Welcome to our podcast. This is Emily with Local Tasting Tours. We're developing a new set of tours for our 2013 season, which will start in June. Check them out at localtastingtours.com. We're sitting here in this beautiful sunny space on the corner of Prince Street at Le French Fix. I'm with the owner, Alison Capstick. Can you tell me a little bit about how you formed an alliance with this talented French pastry chef and came to open Le French Fix?
Originally from Northern Cape Breton, I used to spend my summers working at the Celtic Lodge, and there I had met Geoffroy. And so he was traveling from France, decided to come to Canada to learn English. We spent that year traveling across Canada, decided to come back to Halifax. And when he came back to Halifax, he was working at larger hotel chains and finding he was mass producing desserts. And his passion was really making beautiful artisanal treats, and 8 years later, here we are.
Can you just name a few of Geoffroy's, what he's known for, or what these beautiful things I see in your case?
The number one bestseller, I would say, is the croustillant, which you're tasting today. Also, the millefeuille, and of course, his macaron. Once they have a taste of a macaron, they always come back, and he switches the flavors twice a week as well, so it's always something new for someone to try. They're a little treat, and they're very colorful and eye-appealing, so people come in and they're really drawn to them, and they're just a little tiny bite but pack a big punch.
This is such a beautiful space. I actually read about this building in a John Irving book. It's the St. Paul's building off Parade Square, and the building is so gorgeous. You've got exposed brick here, and I can see a staircase, and you have some plans for that.
We have lots of ideas that we want to implement. First being, we really want to offer pastry classes. So Geoffroy is going to start doing some pastry classes. We want to work with Jesse Gillis from the Storehouse, Highland Drive, the Butcher, and the Hydrostone, and offer a monthly dinner. So we have a gorgeous space upstairs with lots of natural light and again some more exposed brick, so we'd like to utilize that space. And thirdly, I'm actually a massage therapist by trade. So I have a little office up there that I'm going to be massaging in the near future as well.
Our guest today is Siloen Daley, who's the founder of Carbon Arc Cinema, which I so appreciate. It's such a unique feature of Halifax.
This could be a long story. I'll try to keep it concise. Wormwood's Dog and Monkey Cinema closed in '98. My partner, who was projecting there, bought the cinema out, and his name was Kenny Lewis. We worked for a long time trying to find a space. In the meantime, I completed a new short film. So I decided, with this period of unemployment, to arrange a tour of my works over the last 10 years and across North America. So I went for 3 or 4 months traveling to art house cinemas across North America. Got so inspired by these little cinemas where I was showing my work that when I came back, I had a new vision of, here it was now 2008. So the film industry had changed a lot. I was thinking that we could create an art house cinema, more DIY. We're able to open on the 3rd floor Khyber Art Society building on Barrington Street. We were there for 2 years and then was talking with a connection in the Museum of Natural History, which is an accessible 74-seat space on the 1st floor just off their parking lot. So, and most exciting now is over the holidays, we have installed new projector, new sound equipment, and a new soundboard.
Can you tell me about some of the films you're excited about that you have lined up?
On February 22nd, we're having our official opening of our screening series with Telefilm Canada, a documentary called Weird Sex and Snowshoes. After that, we'll have a reception.
I love your diversity of choice, and this is really neat, this Canadian focus.
We love showing independent Canadian works and local works, as well as mixing it with international films. Our focus is mostly on films that will get only a limited or no release at all. So this season we'll be showing films every Friday at 7 p.m. and oftentimes we'll have a second screening.
So, croustillant. I had to taste, okay, It's like ganache, but then the bottom has this crazy crisp. And then there's something like a really thin brittle on the top.
So the bottom is actually hazelnut praline, and there's a special ingredient in there that I'm horrible at pronouncing, but that's the crispiness. It's the meat of the croissant is actually a dark chocolate ganache. Now the top is a white and dark chocolate mousse, and then it's decorated with an almond tuile.
And you have a capability for catering.
We've been doing a lot of catering with local businesses, and the wedding season's coming up. So we were featured in the duly noted wedding guide. We did a macaron cake.
That would be beautiful with all the colors.
Exactly. And brides get to choose as well. So if they want a color palette that they're using with their wedding party, then Geoffroy can create something that works.
So I like to ask my guests if they can, if there's a favorite food from their childhood.
So from home, my mom makes a mean spaghetti and meatballs. And she has a traditional Italian recipe. Her aunt married an Italian man and passed down his family recipe. And my mom makes these batches that go in the oven for hours. And the entire house smells of spaghetti and meatballs. So now Geoffroy has introduced me to tartiflette. It's a winter meal. So it's finely sliced potato, and it's topped with reblochon cheese and lardon and lots of cream and butter and deliciousness that's baked in the oven.
Thank you so much. This was a beautiful, delicious tasting. I just want to mention that the coffee that I tried here was really exceptional.
Pig Iron Coffee Roasters out of Toronto.
Siloen, I like to ask folks if they have another favorite small locally owned business in town.
I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, so apologies, but something like Luis Formosa Gift and Tea House, which is on Wise Road. Last I was there, they had 3 little tables, and it's kind of like being welcomed into someone's home. He's so welcoming and smiley, and they have a 100% vegan menu. Everything I've had there is good, and on your birthdays, you get 50% off of the already ridiculously good prices.
Thank you so much, Siloen, for taking part. I just wanted to ask how people could get in touch if they want to find out what films are coming up with Carbon Arc.
Carbon Arc is located in the Museum of Natural History at 1747 Summer Street. You can find us online at carbonarc.ca or on Facebook and Twitter. And we look forward to seeing you at the movies.
So, Alison, how do people get in touch?
Our email address, info@lefrenchfix.ca. Currently on Facebook and Twitter.
Thank you again. I really appreciate it.